Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mesh TV's exclusive Time with the Aspirants. As students, we have to vote responsibly, and we want to dive into the minds of those aspiring to be our leaders for the next academic year. I have with me here number 2 on the ballot paper, Michomijo, Cyril, Edem, Ahadzi. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, Os. Thank you so much.
Thank you too for answering our call.
I appreciate the time.
Yes,
Thank
this
you so much.
platform is meant to give you the exposure and give you a bigger voice on the campus so that you can reach more audience and tell them more about your policies. More people are going to know you as Cyril, Edem, Ahadzi, and they are going to know your mind towards students' government. Cyril, if I may ask, give us a brief profile about yourself. Who is Cyril, Edem, Ahadzi?
Okay, thank you so much, host. You've mentioned my name already. My name is Cyril Edem Ahadzi, but mostly here Michomijo. Michomijo is not my birth name. It's just a political nickname I took. So my official name is Cyril Edem Ahadzi. I'm a regular student. I'm in my third year now, pursuing BTech Electricals Electronics Engineering. Yep.
Okay, a regular student.
Yes, I'm a regular student.
Oh, it's very rare for us to have a regular student running for SRC presidential candidates, right?
Yes. Yes.
If I may ask, what drives you into student politics, and what would you say is your major source of passion for all this ambition of yours?
Okay, so the way I understand leadership is that the way you can make impact in the life of people you are leading, people that are following you, how you can make impact. That is one of my strongest drive. That is making me push for leadership positions on campus. How to make impact on the people I'm leading.
Okay, so for you, it's about making an impact,
Yes.
leaving a legacy.
Yes.
If I must say.
Yes. Yes. Very true.
Okay.
Very true. Very true.
That's the reason why you wake up every morning and then you go out there to push the Michomijo agenda.
Yes. Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. How
Beautiful.
I can make impact.
So, if I may ask, what's your vision for KTU's SRC and how do you plan to achieve it?
Okay. So vision is, as you said, my drive for leadership is just to make impact on the students. So my vision is that I want to lead an SRC that finds and solve the interest of what the students need. That's my vision for trying to lead KTU SRC. I just want to make an impact that somebody can say somewhere that, oh, it was the Cyril Edem Ahadzi led administration that I had this, that made this impact on my life.
Okay. So talking about solving problems and impacts, what would you say is the most pressing challenge on campus, and how do you intend solving that to leave a legacy on the land of KTU?
Okay, so if you say pressing issues, there are a lot of pressing issues.
To you, what would be the number one challenge you see on campus?
I can't say one,
okay,
but I believe there are a lot.
Okay.
Because I enter some, I work a lot. I enter some courtesies. This is a pressing issue to somebody.
Okay.
I enter some different courtesies. Okay. That issue that is pressing to somebody is not a pressing issue to somebody else. Okay. You get it? People. I just yesterday I was on my rounds campaigning and some stuff like that, and there was one of my policies I was trying to share with the students, and one of the students asked, so is that when I come, I'm going to do away with SRC week and Akwaba week? And she was like, that is what she wants. She wants us to do away with. She was not done saying whatever she wanted to say, and her own colleagues in the class started shouting that, hey, Sanem, there, don't go and cancel it. So you see, somebody has his priority, another person also has his priority.
I get you.
But as a leader, you have to find a common grounds to satisfy both opinions.
Okay.
Yes. So I can't say that this. I feel like there are more. There are more than one.
There are more than
one.
Can you list these challenges that you've observed on campus, and how does your policies seem to tackle those issues on campus?
Yes. So pressing issues from accommodation, student accommodation, hostel, washroom, internet connectivity on campus, how some people even struggle to pay their fees, and there are a lot.
And which policies have you crafted towards solving those problems?
Okay, so as part of issues about accommodation, when I get admission to KTU, when I was coming, I had a senior brother that's not a blood brother though, but we are family friends. That completed KTU. So when I went to him, was like they call me in the house Edem. Edem is my Ewe name, so that's what they used to call me in the house. So he knows me by Edem. So he was like, Edem, now that you've gotten admission, our advice, one of the things you should focus on is accommodation. He was like, if you take off accommodation, you can leave your fees. The fees that you can pay later, but make sure you get accommodation before you come to school.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. So I started my search for accommodation, and I got a place. Accommodation is very, very important. Very, very important. Even if you are from the house coming to school, and if you don't have an accommodation, I'm sure whatever I come to do on campus will be continental of one, because we don't have a peaceful place to stay and do your runnings. How do you come to class and come and focus in class?
Yes.
So as part of accommodation, though I have plans of building an SRC hostel, but I can't finish the SRC hostel within my tenure of office as SRC president. At least it's going to take some time because of the number of capacity I want to give. So it's going to take some time, but in some 5-6 years time, or I'm just approximating the number of years, but it's going to take some time. I'm not going to definitely finish within my tenure of office. Okay. But when I came to school level 100, I was paying 2,500 as my hostel fee. Okay. The following year I paid 3,000. Okay. The following year I paid 3.5. And this year my hostel fee is out, and there's an increment. So if you look at the range, yes, an increment of 500. So level 100 where I was staying, there was no renovation in the room, but the man has increased it. You see, regardless of it being a private business, fair enough, private business, the school has only one hostel. That's not even take up to a 500 or a 600 students out of the approximately 10,000 students of KTU. So let me say, if you do the calculation, let's say approximately 10,000, 500 students stays at Gets Fund. Let's say 1,000 of students here stays at town because they are Koforidia, or they stays at private place or some stuff like that. The rest of the 10,000, 11,000 are still not stays in these private hostels. Yes, I feel like that amount is, regardless of it being a private business, I feel that amount is too much on with the students. Okay. So I would also want to intervene as SRC president and see how best we can sit around the table with these business owners and negotiate a fair deal on how we can be charging our students on accommodation, because that will be the internal measures I can put in place before, let's say, the SRC hostel comes in place. Even regardless of the SRC hostel being coming, it cannot accommodate the approximate the number of students that will be coming, because I'm sure next year the population is still going to increase. Yes, but these hostel owners will still be making money. But I just want, as SRC president, to lead a negotiation between these business owners, the SRC, the school, and some parties, to see how fair they can be charging fees on one. So that's one of the things I intend doing for accommodation and students. And secondly, you go to some courtesies and our washroom is not being in good condition. The washroom there is like a policy that is a pressing issue on campus. You tend to hear from other places that washroom. So washroom is one of the things that cuts across everybody that is campaigning to be SRC president. So I tend not to talk about that a lot. Wi-Fi connection is not something I also try to talk about a lot, because it cuts across everybody's policy, because it's one of the pressing issues you hear from students and some stuff like that. Yes. Issues about washroom, Wi-Fi connections, and yes, I guess this is one of the policies, two of the policies that cuts across everybody's policies, because it's something that you hear from the students a lot.
Yes.
Yes, so these are some of the few things. And there are some stuff that I also want to add in addition. You see, I'm doing electrical engineering.
Yes.
There are some people that are also doing biomedical engineering, the computer sciences, the networks, the procurement, the marketing, and co. And co. I there's one question I always ask myself, that I'm doing electrical engineering. So if I complete school, what is going to give me the edge over somebody that an employer should employ me? Last time I was trying to explain to one of the students, he was like, she has grace. And I was like, oh, what if somebody also has grace? We are all in the first class and second class apples. What's going to give you the edge over somebody that the employer should employ you? Last year I did my attachment at VRA. When I went there, I met a friend. He's from, there's a university in Somania, University of Environment Sustain. I don't really know the name, but I know there's a university in Somania. He does one of these programs in sustainable development and some environment, some stuff like that. And VRA has a department for that sustainable. When the one day there was a commissioning, and he opted to help with the photography and videography, and he's also good at. He has a nice prayer. He's a young politician coming up. He used to follow his MP during the campaign shows and some stuff like that. So he has a nice communication skill that and he has those passion for videography, photography. He's also good with graphic designing and some stuff like that. So during the commission, initially it seems when there's a program like that, I guess they used to go and outsource these people in photography and some stuff like that to come and do their video and some stuff like that. But that day he opted to help, and when he brought the results, they were amazed with what he brought. And today, the last time I texted him, he mentioned that they want him to come and do his. He'll be completing this year. Yes. They want him to come and do his service. Yes, at national service at VRA, because they feel like, in exception of what he's learning in school, he has an additional skill that the VRA can also use. So when he's there, I'm not sure they are going to outsource these photographers and videographers to come and be doing their things for them. It will amaze you if I tell you the amount I spend on my photo shoot. It will amaze you. The amount of money I spend on photo shoots for this my SRC staffs. It pays. It pays. So as part of SRC policy, I just want us to have schools training for our students. Schools training for our students, all the students on campus. Definitely there are going to be some different ones that who attend, but the intention is to have school training for the students, so that you can add that to your certificate you are going to get in school, so that at least when you get to a company, that alone can also speak for you. The graphic designing, the digital marketing, the videography, photography, just name them. I want us to move away from the days, the liquid soap and afterwash. We want to move out of those range.
All right. So if I get you right, your policies are accommodation, in terms of accommodation,
Yes.
getting an SRC hostel,
Yes.
lobbying with hostel managers,
Yes.
Wi-Fi, washrooms, and then
Yes.
you are more on skills training and development for students,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I really admire your thinking on all these areas. But any one of the SRC aspirants could do this, right? Do you believe any of the SRC aspirants could achieve all this? Do you believe? If yes, then that's fine. If no, what sets you apart as that one who is going to ensure the happening of all these policies?
Okay. So there are some stuff that I didn't mention here. As part of SRC policies, I would also want to have a payment plan to procure an SRC bus.
Okay.
You see, I didn't tend to speak about the washroom, Wi-Fi, and some SRC bus a lot, because I noticed there are policies that cut across everybody's own. If I don't mention, it doesn't mean I don't have it as part of my plans. I feel like these are policies that makes me exceptional from the people I'm competing with. You get it? So that is what is that's what I have. I didn't mention them because they are stuff that cut across. If I'm there, I'll do. If they're also there, they will do. But I believe I'll be there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. But what sets you apart from them?
Is the principle I have with talk and do.
Talk and do. I like that.
Yes.
I like that. You're a man of action.
Yes.
Okay. So my next question is, as a regular student, we don't really get many regular students in this competition or race for SRC candidates, SRC presidents, right?
Yes.
This campaign has been very, very stressful.
Very
stressful.
Very,
can you take us through some of the challenges you've had in your campaigning these throughout this year?
Yes.
Some of the challenges.
There are a lot of people I speak to, and they were like, "Hey, Cyril, are you a regular student? Your primary reason why you are here is for your academics, for you to go to your academics and pass through and go out with a better class so that you can get employed and the people will be proud of you." So how do you? I remember there are two lecturers I spoke to about my SRC ambition, and they were like, when I spoke to them that I'm contesting for SRC president, the first question they asked was, "What's your CGPA?" And I mentioned, and the follow-up question was, "Are you sure you can maintain that if you become SRC president?" I was like, so their question was centered around how I can
balance.
Yes, I can balance this, because they did mention that it's involving.
Yes.
It's involving because I'm still in regular school. I engineering as an engineering student. I do a lot of courses. Ever since I came to level 100, I've not done less than 9 courses before. It has been always 9 above. So if you calculate, at least a Monday to Friday, I have a class 2, and then 1 somewhere. So Monday to Friday, I have a class. But it is something I have a strong passion and desire to do. So I very much thought about it of me being a regular student before going for this position. And as president, it's not that there are things that you also have to look carefully and delegate. You get it? It's not that I'm the president, so I'm going to take I'm just going to be there that I'll do all the works as the president. No. There are some instances I'd have to delegate and some stuff like that. Because in next year I'm going to be in my final year. And God willing, that is when I'll be SRC president. Projects, academics, and some stuff like that, they are going to be eaten. But I have plans to how to be managing the two.
All right. Yes. All right. I like the fact that you are very, very zealous about the whole thing, and I admire your passion for this race. Right. So I'll give you the opportunity to sell yourself out to the Mesh TV audience out there. Cyril Edem Ahadzi Bichomiju. Let's vote for him. Why? Tell them and rally your people behind you.
I'm Cyril Edem Ahadzi, one of the presidential candidates. I'm number 2 on the ballot. A vote for me is a vote for a new KTU SRC chapter with a purpose-driven leadership. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.